We watched it! We finally watched Neelakasham Pachakadal Chuvanna Bhoomi, and it was such an amazing and beautiful movie.
Such a beautiful movie. The story was a love story, but
It was actually a love story.
yeah, it was actually a love story, even though there was that whole like the biking road trip in there also.
Which made it really like interesting.
It did. It
I've
really
never
did.
seen anything. I've never seen a road movie like this before.
Yeah, because his final destination was to find this girl that he did meet in college, and she eventually
I
had
think
left.
remember he saved her.
Yeah.
He saved her, like he came like this.
Yeah, and
so
from the water. That was like one of my favorite scenes.
Yeah.
To see Dulquer from the water like this.
And she was like, why don't you do this? I was like, okay. Yeah, that was initially was a love story
Yes.
kind, you know? And because they both do fall for each other, and then how he takes her to the house
Yes.
because she didn't have any parents.
Exactly.
And hoping that his parents would be supportive. I think his father was okay with it
Yes.
a little bit, but I think her mother had a main issue.
Yeah, and I feel like her mom and the other girl that was in the house that was supposed to marry Dulquer
Yeah.
kind of just pushed her out in a sense, that just kind of harassed her and whatnot, and just kind of pushed Asi out. But along with the love story, like it was very like fascinating to see how Dulquer goes into like all these different like destinations, like as a biker, like as he's trying to get up to Nagaland, he's stopping in all these different like cities that have like certain people and like gaons and whatnot with like different situations.
I think every person he met that made him a better person. Like how first they come across that biker group who saved them.
Yeah.
The both friends. And because remember there were like other people trying to like jump on them, trying to get their money
and that happened a lot throughout the film. I feel like every time they were going into like these small little like places, like people were unsure of like these new people coming into our territory. So it's a natural, I guess, response to someone coming into territory.
And then eventually he meets that girl from that biker group, and I think she starting to like him.
Yeah.
But I think that he obviously his destination was to find the love of his life. That's why he didn't do nothing with her, and he tells her like, I already have a girlfriend, and I really love her and everything. And then he leaves. Then he come across those villagers.
Yes.
And he helps them out. I think what did he make? He made something.
He made like a flour mill. So pretty much like a
with a scooter.
With a scooter, like having chains. Like he engineered it in a way that because he noticed that the women were spending so much time like pounding it with that stick, like a kind of an eye opener for him. Like even though like these villagers did not have much, but yet they were so giving.
They were.
Like, you know, and that's something that they really showed well in the film. Like every like town that Dulquer and his friend went to, like the villagers gave them food and whatnot, even though they were poor and stuff like that, and they were very appreciative of like the services that were given.
And then obviously one of the villager was that girl who falls in love with the Sunni.
Sunni,
yeah. I think
that was cute.
I think that one of the best part was the whole time they were in that village, how the language was shifted to Hindi.
Yeah.
Like, you know, the villager was speaking Hindi, and Dulquer character was speaking Hindi, and the girl was speaking Hindi.
That was just something about Dulquer speaking Hindi. I don't know. That was very nice.
Okay.
But that's something that I noticed too.
And that was really cool. I think one of the best part about this movie was like, you know, how like every people they met, like, you know, they were speaking that language of that particular area. Like, you know, when they met the biker, they were mainly speaking English.
Yeah.
And then, you know, they met the villager, they were speaking Hindi. And then when they come across the third problem, when they were in West Bengal, when they remember there was like a riot going on, they find this like a little girl hiding.
Yeah, that was so
she couldn't
scary.
find her.
Wow.
She couldn't find her parents, and they were speaking Bengali with each other. That's when he's kind of like thinking, what am I doing? Like, you know, I should
he was very
be
hesitant, and that's where he like was like afraid. Like, is like his destination worth it or not? Like,
Exactly.
there's his family at home, and like,
Yes.
should he be with them? Like, he kind of like was doing that. Like,
I think that's when his friend like explained it to him, like how this is so important. Like, I want you to be together with her.
Exactly.
Because then you're gonna regret this.
Especially since they've come so far, why are you turning back around? It was kind of like
Exactly,
that, like,
yeah,
you know,
exactly.
finish your destination and like, you know, find this girl. And then eventually he does, you know, after, you know, coming across all these situations, he does find Asi in Nagaland, which was his final destination.
Right, and remember like how when he gets into that city, everyone started noticing him, like who's this like new person is, you know? And they go out there to pretty much kill him.
Where she lived in her hometown, so that's why they were all like, you know, like like after and seeing who was coming there. Even the grandma said, you know, they're gonna find out like who's this guy coming.
I think she was nice enough to like, you know, set them like go like. You
but
know,
what's just sad is I don't know what happened to the grandma. That scene where they come in with the guns and stuff like that, and then they kind of look back. I was like, I hope she's still alive. That was really sad.
But then eventually, like, you know, they get together, and I think I've never seen a movie like this before, like a road movie that really teaches you a lot of things about like people.
Exactly. I learned a lot of things from like watching this film and about people and whatnot. Like how you can connect with people and how, you know, not everyone is bad at heart. Like the way that they kind of presented it.
You know, like the best example for that, what you just said is, remember they come across that mechanic guy?
Yeah.
And how he was like conning people so they can come and
that was funny.
Come ahead and stop. And first I was thinking like he's gonna be like someone like killer or something like that. Like he's gonna like kill Kasi and his friend or whatnot. Then how like, you know, then his family come and everything, how he was so like open, like, you know, he was like so loving. In
a sense that they show that looks can be deceiving. That not everyone that you like come across is gonna be like a murderer, like an evil person or whatnot. Even though at times when Kasi did get stuck in situations where, you know, he was at gunpoint or where they were like I think there was one part in there though that he did get beat up by certain people, but he was in a bad area or something like that. So that was a part of the film also. Another thing about the film, the direction was very like well done.
The shot was really like all the shots were like so beautiful, like of the road, the cities, like
I could just imagine, like, very real. I could just imagine how tough it would be to like shoot like constantly while he's riding on the bike. Like just imagine like a biker and then like shooting the film the whole time while he's like riding his bike throughout the cities, like going to all these different locations. Like that's a lot of dedication. I feel like he went above and beyond.
Probably like very passionate director, and I think music was too. Like music, the background music.
Yeah,
was,
it was very like
really
pumping. Like it was
really good and everything. You know?
It was definitely rider music.
Exactly. I think the bike that Kasi was like riding was like so badass. Like a bullet. Like you can hear the bullet sound. One of my dreams to ride a bullet, man. Hopefully it'll come true.
No, that's okay. You're not gonna ride a motorcycle or a bike. We'll talk about that some other time.
Man.
Okay?
See,
You're
people don't get married. All the riders out there, don't get married. Because this is what happens.
No, it's okay. I
want to take a moment. No. I want to take a moment. How beautiful Deep looks. Like with her,
stop.
She just got out of the wedding,
I was at
which
some party.
I didn't go, so she's all dolled up.
Okay, stop.
Looking so pretty.
Okay, was good is enough.
So back to the movie. Everyone acted really good, and also I want to mention the guy who was his friend, Sunny.
Oh my gosh.
I think he was with him throughout. I also liked how they weren't focusing just on Kasi character, but they also had a lot of scenes with his friend too. And at the end, he goes back to the village to meet with that girl, which like, you know, they both kind of liking each other. And then he goes to Nagaland to meet Asi. Like
both actors had their part and role.
Yes.
And the way that they showed that both, like, you know, usually in friendships like this, like there was no jealousy that was shown. Usually that stuff like that does occur when, you know, some like, why the hell are we going like this far to like find this girl for you? Like what the heck? Like, you know, I could be doing this, I could be doing that. So I really liked their friendship. I felt like their bond was very beautifully like presented like in the film.
Overall, it's one of the best road movie I've ever seen.
Loved it.
And again, Dulquer was so like different.
He's so superb. I don't get it.
I've seen so many different movies of his, and I'm still shocked at how good and versatile actor he is.
I feel like I'm looking at a different person each time. Every time I watch his film, I don't feel like it's the same person that I'm watching when I watch the next film and the other one, because he just fits in the character so well. Like he is an amazing actor, really.
I agree. We love the movie, and thank you again for recommending this great movie to us. And let us know what was your favorite part from the movie. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and
keep liking, commenting, and subscribing, and sending your requests.
And tell Deep how beautiful she looks right now.
Okay, stop. No, just stop.